Let there be light is now the call from the hallowed chambers of the National Assembly. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate recurrent power blackouts across the country. This followed a motion of urgent public importance moved by Preye Oseke from Bayelsa during the plenary in Wednesday. The motion titled Urgent Need to Stop Recurrent Power Blackouts and Wanton Mystery and Degradation of Lives in Bayelsa was amended to cover all the states in the country. It is time to start asking serious questions over perennial blackouts in the country. Tony, I don't it's not a new thing in our generation.
Yeah, exactly.
That's so, they've taken the light. It's not a new thing.
I'm surprised that they are even waking up to it. We've been expecting this for a long time. It's not about them. It's not even making pronouncements and.
I'm not this pro.
It goes beyond that. These people, they need serious. When the president administration came on board, the few weeks, after the inauguration, like 3 weeks, there was electricity. I remembered very clearly, and we talked about it on this show. I remember I wasn't buying fuel.
So generator sellers stop selling their generator.
And the stipulations you don't accept, maybe you want to go and full, you want to go and fuel your car.
The diffuser, everything. Just chilling, everything. They say it was the body language of the Mr. President.
So you remember, so it is the days after.
Body language. Body language generate electricity.
So after that, they realized that, let's go back to it. It tells you that these are things that can be done. These are human. It's man-made. We can change this if we sit down together, because a country without power, you can see, you can tell. You go, you stuff your refrigerator, and days after, those things are gone because no power. Your generator is even suffering because every day you're maintaining it, you're fueling it, and all that, you're changing and all that. That the House of Representatives is standing up, I'm not impressed yet too. I think that's what the presidency has to do. Then we have to look at those, laws, tying those power generating companies, I've listened to a lot of people, they tell me, I know there are certain laws that tie in the hand of government. I said, this book cannot be bigger than government. We must go back to those laws. We cannot continue to run Nigeria like this, where some few people feel they give us electricity when they wish. Today I saw some of them in my street. I had to stop. Like, what are you guys doing around? For some days, no electricity. So what? You want to cut? You want to disconnect people again? We need to get to that, and we must be serious about it. We need to be serious about it. Call those discos together, because I think tomorrow we have, for some days in Lagos, about 3 weeks since December till date, no electricity. And all you hear is excuses upon excuses. The banks are, Abuja Electricity and Distributing Company, UBA, took over.
Yes.
Some of them, they are in debt. They are in debt. Politics is driving this country crazy. Those people who are running these power companies are not doing well. Government should come forth for the people.
The motion titled Urgent Need to Stop Recurrent Power Blackouts and Wanton Mystery and Degradation of Lives. I don't get this.
No, you see, he was referring to his state.
Okay. First
and foremost.
In Bayelsa.
Yes, and
that's Preye Oseke.
Preye. So in Bayelsa,
it was everywhere.
Vandals destroyed transmission towers, 2 transmission towers, and they've not had light for 30 days or so. And they are saying that the situation will remain like that for months. So it was out of that pain that he raised that motion of urgent national importance. But since January 26, 2020, Maiduguri has been in blackout.
2020?
Yes. 2021. Sorry.
Yeah, last year.
January 26, 2021.
The year.
Maiduguri has been in blackout because Boko Haram destroyed transmission towers they destroyed about 10 transmission towers along the Maiduguri Damaturu highway. Now, government came, I mean, the TCN came, repaired the transmission lines. They went back after the people jubilated. The whole of, during that fasting season last year, they were in darkness. They went back, destroyed it again. Now, TCN has also gone further now to erect 5 of those transmission towers. So they are still working on 5 more. But you know, they are interrelated. You cannot generate electricity until you cannot transmit electricity until you have finished erecting all 10. So when I heard about what happened in Bayelsa, I just remember that my people in Bayelsa, I mean in Borno State, had been suffering since last year. January 26 last year. So we need to protect transmission facilities better. If we finish after all this pain, if we finish the repairs, will it make sense to allow Boko Haram to go back there and destroy it again? So we need to protect these transmission assets. Then we also need, talking about the entire country now, it's not in all cases that these things are the result of sabotage and all that. But I know that in some communities in the Niger Delta, for example, with gas pipelines crisscrossing their community, sometimes they go to break it so that they can blackmail the government, and they can tell the government, look, we are the ones who can protect this thing, give us the job of protection. And when you have that situation, the power plants, they won't be able to generate electricity. At least 70% of our power plants are gas-fired.
That's driven now.
Others, hydro, maybe about close to 30%, because we have Kainji, we have Shiroro, we have Jeba. Those are the 3 major hydro plants that we have. Maybe when Mambila comes on stream with its more than 3,000 capacity, we will be able to improve. But my own attitude is, let us work on other electricity sources.
That's
Hydro, wind, solar. We need to work on other electricity sources. There is an airport in India I was reading about that functions 24 hours on solar. An airport. So it is possible. There is so much sun in our country. You go to northern Nigeria, Bauchi, this Jamare area, and even some parts of Jigawa, you see the sun, the intensity of the sun, even you will be scared. So we can do much better in terms of alternative energy sources than we are doing currently, so that we won't be relying so much on gas. Look at Egbin, for example. This Egbin thermal station is the biggest in West Africa, with about 6 turbines. But sometimes they have gas to turn just 3 of those turbines. That means even at their installed capacity, I mean, they cannot function at their installed capacity because of gas constraint. Gas constraint is a big problem. And if you do not generate enough, there is no way that transmission company will be able to wheel at that point. That's usually what causes this system failure. You must generate up to an optimum level before they can take what's been generated.
I have Olalade is calling us from Ilorin.
Babajide, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir.
Same to you.
The price is last year, so today I'm not with the television because there's no power supply here in Ilorin BRE here. So
even my parents have not had light for almost 3 months.
So that's the general problem. What I want to say is that we should just they should have had over those things, so those who have experience who can do it, even if it is foreign countries, because power is the driving force towards any economic growth.
Yes.
There's hardly things you do without power. So they must be very holistic and be serious about this matter. That's just my brief contribution.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your short contribution. And it has been like that, and we'll need trillions of put trillions of naira sustained investment into that sector before we can get that sector moving.
See, I know we can do better, and we can even look beyond using gas to power electricity and all that. We can look into other areas.
Yeah,
but the people presently manning it are not doing it effectively. Okay, they lack customer service.
They don't have capacity.
But they lack customer service. They lack customer service. This is no longer a government, federal government parastatals. These are privately run businesses. And I expected a change. Yeah, when they bought it from government, I expected something, a shift. Like how private sector run businesses. If you want to interrupt power, you let the people know ahead.
Send out mails.
Carry them along. Give them that respect. I mean, I confront them all the time. Like, you are not. This is not the old NEPA.
Is still government.
The discourse. I'm talking about the discourse here. They don't have human feelings. That is where the problem is. And you must engage the people all the time. They must know what's going on. You don't switch off light for months without people knowing what's going on. And then they wait till you return it.
It's all about
you aggravate the situation. That is where the problem. I mean, it's crazy.
And where they see that people are not paying frequently, they will deny them.
Yes, and divert it. If you're not reaching that area, divert it to people that have the financial.
We're prepared now. We're prepared now.
They are just not efficient enough.
Yeah, they are not efficient.
Every sphere of is like a relay. The power sector is like a relay. Starting with generation to transmission and then distribution. Distribution is is that leg of the relay that interfaces with the people. They are the ones that people know.
They take
because they are the ones who take it to you.
That's why they should know.
So there is inefficiency
in the chain.
Yes, in the whole chain there is inefficiency.
And let's appeal to our people. Stop beating the officials. This
I said
they should jail them.
There are laws.
If anybody beats them,
against that.
To check, disconnect.
See,
people in our country take the law into their hands because we don't punish people enough. I was reading where someone said, see, this guy that killed people the other day, he knows that he will not be killed. When you punish crime, people will be scared. And when they can see that, look, this person didn't get away with it. But no, now people are funding Boko Haram. We can't even arraign them. We can't bring them to court. So when are we going to jail them? When Chad arrested Boko Haram men the other day, they executed a public execution.
That's what you need.
They don't deserve to live.